Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished Black Hills 2, which was the last of the outdoor zones that I have outside of the tower. So I have 4 infernal keys on me, and I can see 2 infernal doors to unlock, and I don't have the means to go up the tower, so let's go down it instead. Sure, there's this, but let's go here first. So, Hall of Sacrifice, new place. Gotta spend another infernal key in here. And I'm not going to show it now, but the other ladder has the same sort of thing. So you need at least 3 to get to a new zone, then a 4th to get to the other new zone. So, Hall of Sacrifice. New music, new zone, new mechanic. Here is a sacrifice altar. So, this thing, you'll note when you roll over it, highlights mechanisms just like an attack switch or sorry, that's my internal name for it, a toggle switch, or pressure plate does. So, somehow this is going to mess with doors. Alright, so but just like, you come in here, you see a new thing, you step on it and it lights up. So, I guess, how would you, okay, so how would a new player figure out how to interact with this object? Suppose they hadn't figured out how to roll over things with the mouse, or aren't doing that by habit. You step on it and it lights up, I wait, nothing happens. I don't know, there's just like nothing else to do. You might put the monster block over it and nothing happens. If you look carefully, you can maybe see it lights up when you do that. But let's bring a monster out, take the room title as a hint, and kill it right here. Yeah, so you see it lights up when the flying snake is on it too. So, this sacrifice altar will toggle the state of the doors it's connected to when a monster dies on top of it. So this room basically amounts to a little constraint puzzle where main task is to get this flying snake out and just figure out the order of monster sacrifice on there to do that. So let's bring out the slug, try sacrificing that. Okay, let's bring the statue over, try sacrificing that. Alright, so a few problems. First of all, I still need 2 more toggles. Second of all, the statue is in the way on the thing, so I can't sacrifice something without clearing it off first. Third out of 2 problems, this is not poisoned, so I can't do anything with the monster block on it. So I needed 2 more toggles, I had 2 more monsters, so we gotta do that in a different order. So flying snake out, makes it glow, sacrifices. I can get the bomb bug out now or I can wait. I think that's not strictly necessary to get it out now. Just these 2 toggle every time a sacrifice is made, and they both gotta be brought out at some point. So slug comes across, let it poison the thing. Monster block is a monster, vulnerable on the bottom. So that's another sacrifice, flying snake ratchets forward. And I got a block up here, slug there. Okay, another sacrifice made. So let's do the statue last, since it clogs up the altar and makes it unusable for anything else. Bomb bug explodes, that's a death, and it goes away. Statue gets sacrificed because it's the last one, other than the flying snake. There's some poison in my way, but I can either clear it away this way, or go out the ladder and come back and it'll be clean, like this. Either way is fine. Alright, spectacles. Right, so we got a complicated mechanism over here. Let's see what it's like to parse this just with observations and not just automatically knowing how it works. So 2 bomb bugs, locked away. By the way, this is a technique I use during puzzle building that I think is very useful. Just like, put aside in my mind all the knowledge I have about how the puzzle is built. Look at the room, and from just its appearance, make observations, follow that chain of reasoning, and see if it leads me to the conclusions that are necessary to solve the room. At some point I'll do a more in-depth thing about puzzle design, and but that's an incredibly useful technique. And I use it here also just for talking about things I've done without involving knowledge that nobody watching would have. So, got 2 bomb bugs locked away in solid walls. Can't do anything about the solid walls. 2 monster blocks also here. They're on, you can see 1 pixel fringe of toggle floor, but I guess to find out what's under that you have to click on it. So toggle floor closed, hot coals. I don't know if there's anything I could do to make that more readable, like to be able to tell the entire stack of what's on a tile without that. By the way, if you don't want to do this if you don't want to put down your gamepad and interact with the mouse, I press the right stick button, I press the left stick button. Now I have a cursor on leaf and I can use my D-pad to look around, my interact button to do this. So mouse is not actually required for doing that. I think the only thing you actually have to have the mouse to do in this game, other than using the editor I think, is to see in-progress information of how many of each type of key you've collected, like in the middle of the game. I think everything else in the entire game can be done outside the editor and outside of this information can be done with a gamepad only. Not renaming your player. Anyway, that's why I have this listed as partial controller support on my Steam page, because for full controller support I'd have to bring up an on-screen keyboard and probably have full support in the editor. That might happen someday in a future version, but didn't make sense to do it for release. Anyway, so, back to this. So right, monster block on toggle floor on hot coals. Toggle floor is connected to this pressure plate that the bomb bug is on, so we got this like crosstalk going on here. This one, the left one's connected to the right one's connected to the left. These so I sacrificed 5 types of monsters on this. The 6th type is Angry Eye, which has not been sacrificed. Oh, by the way, let's do this. So first of all, if I just kill the Angry Eye on the sacrifice altar, it is a valid monster, gets sacrificed, and that bomb bug dies. The monster block on the other side of it dies too. So if I kill the other Angry Eye, the door opens, but the monster block has been killed already. So this never resolves. So this is a mechanism that ensures that both of these have to be sacrificed simultaneously. Now let's do something fun. Leaf also counts as a sacrifice. It doesn't do anything because you can't continue the game after this, but you can sacrifice yourself to see the thing toggle. Alright, so anyway. If the requirement is that these both have to die at once, that means I need a chained explosion. There are only 2 bomb bugs and these are 5 tiles away, so therefore I have to initiate the explosion chain, like prime 2 bomb bugs at once, so they have to be here and here. I think there's some lenience with this because the bomb bug takes, let's see, how is it? I saw somebody somehow use a solution to this room that involved killing this first and then that a turn later? And I think there's enough lenience to allow that. Let's try it both ways. So I'll do it the default way first. So first of all, if I try to get the bomb bug out, then, it can't come, so we gotta do the side shot thing. Okay, so you're down in a place where I can move you horizontally. There's not quite enough room to get you out here because this corner is there, so we'll have to go the other direction. So you're in a spot where I can move you horizontally, and the other is in line with that, so that's fine. And then this is just the standard bomb bug movement to get you into a comfortable place to do what you need to do. And I can sit here safely and put you in place. And go here, prime both at once. Everybody explodes. Both doors open. Both bomb bugs move simultaneously because they see... Let's see, right, so the doors open, they stay open. Oops, I meant to wait. Step off the plates, so these are open. I guess you can't see that happening. Again, is there something I could do to make this more readable? Somehow? I don't know what I could do, because, logically this will cover that up. I don't know, suddenly that's bothering me, so I want to think about it more, but I don't know what I could do. Unless the monster block's a whole lot smaller or something, but that would cause problems for other reasons. Whoops, hit that by accident. Okay, so that's the one way of doing it. Let's try a different way. So I think if I just kind of bring you over like this would be the layout that would allow me to blow this up on one turn. So that opens. Then I kill on the next turn. The bomb bug hasn't moved yet because it's already done its move action before the explosion action, the move turn phase before the action turn phase, which includes explosions, has gone off. So I make this kill, and it's as if I've done it simultaneously. Close enough. Same concept, just a different chain shape. That's acceptable. Alright, river crossing. So, sacrifice altar here, sacrifice altar here, sacrifice altar here. Monster block, slug, bomb bug, snake, snake. So this snake is locked away. You need 2 toggles on this altar to be here and 1 toggle on that altar. This altar is to open the way in. So yeah, so 1 of these, 2 of these, and it has to be in the right order. This can happen anytime. This has to happen twice first, then that has to happen once after this has happened twice. So how many sacrifices is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 things to sacrifice. So just allocate each one to each one. So here's some water between me and this sacrifice altar. I can't make that kill over there. And here's the only thing that can create a stepping stone, so therefore this has to go over there. But remember, this is one of my sacrifices. So I need to first sacrifice the monster block on this altar, then bring the inert push block over, use it to make a stepping stone, and kill the flying snake there. Also, if I try to cross this myself, I get blown up. So sure, the sacrifice happens, cool, but it's not time to do that, 2, I die. Alright, so anyway, the idea is flying snake comes down, gets real close to me, does this buffer thing that we're used to by now, keeps the bomb bug in place. Now I have a flying snake on me, very close, and I have to do some block pushing operations while that's happening. So I want this block to die. Slug gets in the way if I do it right now, doesn't it? Kinda! The slug goes and, yeah, gets itself into a cycle where it won't land back on the sacrifice altar. So instead I want to stall for a cycle. Go around so the snake won't bite me. Alright, yeah, so kind of the core of this room is moving a push block with a flying snake 1 tile away. Oh, I could make the slug sacrifice now, except I can't because the snake would bite me. Okay, so you're to my south again, push block's being moved. I have these moves sort of memorized. It's a little fiddlier to figure that out for the first time, but I've already done this so many times, I just know which ones get the snake where it needs to go. Alright, so go up here, make the sacrifice. Alright, so these are open. So you have a way out to me. Also, I have another way through. There is a window, so the bomb bug will look at me and move forward onto this altar. That's how it can get sacrificed there. But first the slug needs to die. Alright, so then from here, blow out the bomb bug. And we're done. Okay. Allocation. Yeah, I'm sensing a theme here. Has every room so far had... No, Spectacles didn't, but Hall of Sacrifice, River Crossing, and Allocation have all had a mechanism that looks like this. So a number of sacrifices. Any of these 3 will do for that, but only the left one toggles the doors in the south. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statues, 2 bomb bugs. Bomb bugs not currently accessible. Statues, as we know, clog up sacrifice altars. But bomb bugs can destroy statue rubble, so... let's just do something simple here, without thinking too hard about it. I'll bring this statue over, and since you awakened at that distance from me, I can only put you here. So now that altar is clogged up. We're in bomb bug mode right now. And I can't switch modes until that statue is... rubble is cleaned off of there. Oh, I can't move you vertically, so I have to have you in... It's a little more annoying than I want the puzzle to be, but that's how it is. Actually, it's a good thing, as we'll see in a moment. It's fine. Alright, so I blow up there. That's cleared off. Have to use my other bomb bug to get here. Because I need something to sacrifice there to get access to more. So now I have 4 statues, 3 altars to sacrifice on, and I've clearly lost the room. So we'll see that every one of these sacrifices must go on here. You can also just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because, I mean, you won't be sacrificing this. You can, but it's not useful. Alright, so what I need to do is somehow sacrifice statues in such a way that I can sacrifice 2 bomb bugs and end up with 3 clean altars, and this one having been toggled. So from those constraints, you can just see you need 1 of the statues. Right, there's a little more to this room. So that means something has to go here, and a bomb bug must explode there. That's the one that clears it off, then the other bomb bug explodes here, now that it's clear. So to do that, we need a statue on the right one. Can't get this one over, because it kills me. This is the exact same situation, same problem. Can't get quite enough distance from you, you're just a little bit too close. You can go there, though. This one just automatically gives me the distance, so that's a good one to use. Okay, let's go with that one then. And then either of these, they're the same thing, so let's go with the farther one. Alright, bomb bug comes out. Goes to the only spot that makes sense for it. Oops, I need to move out of the way of the explosion, though. Alright, so altar's cleared off, flying snake ratchets forward. Other bomb bug explodes here because it's the only thing I can do. As much of a waste as it might feel like, it that does end up being the right action. Alright, so now 3 statues have to go on there. So I could put this here. Oh, well that's no good, so clearly that's the last one we have to do. Alright, so I could put this here. And then I need one over here somehow. So extra trickery is that I can actually get as much distance as I want on that statue, using the technique like in, what's that room called? Remains, right, yeah. Kind of like the initial unpacking of Remains. Where's my... there it is. You can get around like this one, same deal. Right, last one goes here. Oh no, I can't sacrifice the flying snake because my autos are all clogged up. Anyway, that's the correct allocation to get the room done. Escalation! Alright, so 3 monster blocks and a weird little mechanism here. Can't get any of them out currently. Sacrifice altar connected to those and nothing else. Slug behind a cracked wall, bomb bug behind a cracked wall, flying snake behind a cracked wall. So, the only thing I can do currently, because this is over water, is to kill the flying snake on it. So let's start with that. Okay, so now, blocks have toggled. I can get 1 monster block out. And the only thing I can really do from here is put the monster block in the water, creating a stepping stone, now potential for slug and bomb bug to go in there, but I can't sacrifice another monster block in that spot anymore. At least not from putting it in water. So, paying attention to the door state. This is a block dispenser that requires some extra intervention each time to make sure it dispenses. So that's as much as I can move that over. Next action is... I could kill the slug, but I need how many more sacrifices? 1, 2, 3, I think? And I have 4 things left. So... 1 thing will be wasted, but that's necessarily going to be a monster block because I'm already done at the point that I have that one out. So this, and this still must die here. Since one of those things is a monster block, and there's no longer water usable here, there is, but there's a stepping stone on top of it, so I can't drop anything in it. That means this space has to be poisoned. So slug needs to come out. If I just let the slug out now, it's going to sort of rampage all over the place. And also, more pertinently, put poison here and here, making it impossible to get a monster block intact here. So, clearly we need to do the bomb bug next. So then, block comes out, advanced dispenser so that it'll work after the next toggle. Now we need poison there in such a way the monster block can get poisoned, and this is the only sensible way to do that. So slug comes here, poisons the thing, and dispenser has advanced. Okay. So last thing, slug needs to die on the sacrifice altar, and the most sensible way to do that is to put this to the side. Just let it crawl over. And there we go. Room is done because you can just be sacrificed in any water next to this. Alright, so that's escalation. Feed me! Oh, this puzzle. This one is special. I like this one a lot. So, altar over pit. Not only over a pit, but with pits in every orthogonal direction from it. So I can't make any direct kill on here. A bomb bug can't go there. A flying snake can. There's a double set of snake ratcheting mechanisms. Partial snake ratcheting mechanisms. You can go backward if I'm too far south. Also, a 2x2 formation of push blocks. So we gotta break up this Sokoban impossibility. So first bomb bug must be allocated toward that. So those are broken up. Future bomb bugs, there are 5 left. None of them can sacrifice on there, but they can push blocks diagonally. And clearly those 4 monster blocks must be sacrificed here. Then we're going to need a 5th one, which will presumably be this flying snake, because 4 sacrifices have brought it out. So we got 4 monster blocks to sacrifice, then a flying snake afterwards, and then this one is the last kill we'll make. So monster blocks are going to scare bomb bugs. So let's just put them out of the way except the one I want to operate on. The easiest way to push a block into that pit is like this. So let's do that. Alright, that goes down. Snakes ratchet forward, but they can ratchet backward too if I'm in the wrong place for this. But that's still a legal spot to do the same thing we just did, second time. Right, if I go too far north, then you're just stuck there, and I can't really do much about it, so gotta be careful about my positioning. There are ways to get into an unwinnable state here, lots of them. Alright, so at this point, I can't be standing here when that toggles again, because you would get locked behind this door. So I'm gonna have to do this from a different angle. Alright, let's try this angle. So if I just put that monster block there, and pull out a bomb bug, I can't really get it to the right spot, so I need to do a little bit of extra preparation. Put it one row north, scare the bomb bug in that spot, then push it south and attract. Okay, and I was standing in a valid place. I am, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows north of where I was, so I can do another one of those. If I do it just like this, then we'll run into a problem. So, I've done that. Now I need a bomb bug to explode in one of these 4 tiles, while this flying snake is over top of that. What I'll find if I try to set that up now, let's see if I can find a way to do this. Oh, and not only that, I also have to be standing north of, at least this far north when that happens. So I need the bomb bug to explode specifically in one of these 2 tiles, because if I'm any farther south than this, at the time the sacrifice is made, this flying snake will ratchet backward instead of forward. So these are the only 2 valid spots for this bomb bug to go. To get it far enough north to get it in there, though, you'll note that I'm attracting the attention of a certain snake who flies. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, okay. So if you're okay with just sort of doing 2 things at once... I know it's a lot easier to have the bomb bug over here than here, but let's try it in that spot. So for this to work, I need an approach that involves flying snake. Let's see, movement phase takes place before action phase. Action phase is when explosions happen. Therefore, if I'm trying to step into this tile, I need the flying snake 1 away from there at the time that I do it. So I have to be exactly here. Therefore, that has to be an east move. Therefore, I need to be moving... Whoa. So I need a lot of distance, first of all. Alright, this is a challenge for me now. I need a lot of distance. I need to be able to get to a spot where I can... Okay, so how much distance do I have? A little short of enough. If I had 1 more tile, maybe something could happen, and I can have 1 more tile. Yeah, no, maybe, no, maybe, yeah, okay. So I go here. Got 1 more tile, but can I keep it going vertically? Well, I'll have to circle around again, which I can... Actually, that won't help. Ah, but I'll be walking past that bomb bug again as long as it's facing west at the time, but will it be? I don't think it will. Oh, hang on. Okay. I'm challenging myself to do the room this way now. There's an easier way, I'll show you after this. If I chose a different column, like say here, this would be perfect. I can get to a spot where I can move vertically and get the bomb bug in place. Then, actually, this is, not good enough. Yeah, so what I need is to be west of the flying snake right now, with it several tiles, like 2 tiles east of me and several tiles south. The only way that would happen, you would have to start going north in this... Oh, hang on. What if I approach from here? Actually, I think this will work. No, it's 1 short of working. If I had 1 more tile of distance, that would work, but you died in this position instead of that one. Could I have had 1 more tile? I don't think so. But I'm not giving up yet. Hold on. Can I reinsert you in here? I think so. To do that... Okay, this is actually kind of fun. Since I know how flying snakes move, Yeah, no, it's one tile short of this being able to be workable. Okay, so can't do it that way. So let's go back to a time when, before I had set off that previous explosion. Yeah, so this is where this room gets a little bit fiddly, but I think it's fine. You just gotta think ahead a little bit more. Let's get 2 bomb bugs out at once. You can just sort of park over here for now. Let's go a little farther over. In fact, I'm gonna need to use the monster block for this. So scare you over. Put this up north a bit. Most convenient spot for you I found is right there. You will cooperatively stay. I can easily move you up and over there. Remember that I have to... Actually, no. Why wouldn't this be better? That should be fine. Yeah, right there. Either place works, I'm pretty sure. Ah, because... Okay, no, you ran away. That resolves. Because I'm stepping here, I thought that wouldn't work, but because you ran away, it does. Okay, so I get you to the perfect spot. Much easier to approach from east to west because there's so much more space here. So, Flying Snake comes out, gets to the right place, gets into the right orientation, and that is one step short of perfect. There, that's perfection. So either like this, or like this. No. This. Either of those ways works. Okay, so final snake is out, puzzle is solved. Yeah, secretly that last step is the actual hard part of the room. Shooting range! This is the boss fight. So, another flying snake ratchet. 2 sacrifice altars just kind of way out of the way here. And 4 monsters that have to go onto them. So 4 toggle switches that open those doors. An angry eye who's pointed at that. So if you just try to do the simple thing here, let's bring a statue out. It's a bad first choice since it clogs up the thing, but you know, let's try it. You'll quickly discover that you can't make this shot because you're always 1 row in the wrong spot. With a bomb bug, those are pretty cooperative, so I think I should be able to do that just fine. Oh, well, I just need to approach from a different angle. So yeah, who can I make that shot with? Bomb bug, yes, with no additional assistance. Sure, let's just reset. Flying snake. In the right circumstance I could, if you were hitting an obstacle somewhere in this area. But since there aren't any of those, you'll just kind of go where I don't want you, so flying snake is kind of a no-go. Slug moves slow enough and actually doesn't pay attention to anything else in the room. It doesn't care where Leaf is, it just goes wherever it's facing. So Slug would need an obstacle basically like here or here to get on one of these 2. So, put all that together, big old constraint problem to solve. So let's, hang on. So a Slug needs an obstacle in one of these places. The flying snake needs an obstacle in kind of one of these 4 places. Yeah, one of these 4 for the flying snake, one of these 2 for the slug. Because yeah, it'll be circling around, it starts up there, and I guess you could also put an obstacle here, that's valid. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. So note that if I somehow manage to get like a slug moving west in this row and a flying snake immediately behind it, killing both at once wouldn't be any good because this would toggle twice on the same turn and the snake would not ratchet forward. But I was thinking there might be a way to set that up. Let's not though. Okay, so the statue needs some assistance. Who can assist it? Slug, maybe. Though the slug has like a lot of other requirements too. Slug could work, probably. Flying snake is going to be very slippery and is unlikely to be the right one. Bomb bug, though. Bomb bug is extremely cooperative. Bomb bug is your friend. And all I gotta do is make sure that the move that puts the statue... Like, the move where the statue wants to step into my row is instead a horizontal slide on a stationary obstacle like that bomb bug. So a setup like this will allow me to take the shot. So as we know, Statue slides laterally if doing so gets it closer to leaf. Statue sidestepping an obstacle tries to step in the direction that gets it closer to leaf. So since I'm making you sidestep an obstacle by stepping north here, you have to either go north or west. The west direction gets me closer to leaf. North does not as much. So you will step west and get shot. So that's how to sacrifice a statue there. Now, I've clogged up one of my 2 altars. Maybe that's okay. Could I do that first? I see why the answer is no, but let's run through it. Oh, do I see that for sure? So this is another one of those rooms that I set up and worked on discovering a solution, then declared that the official one. I'll show you the official way to do this after a moment. I guess I'm going through the process fresh now to see if I can discover a new solution from just basic observations. So Slug needs an obstacle here-ish. That cannot be the bomb bug because it's moved too far west and I can never move it east again. Yeah, so bomb bug is trapped in... Let's see, you can move east 1 and then get all the way to the south, in case that's useful. I don't think it is. You can move north. Yeah, you'll have to move east 1 and south 1, and be sacrificed at some point. I think I'm not ready to do that. Let's try something else. I got an idea. So first of all, bomb bug. Don't move west when I'm west of you. Second of all, Slug. Come on out. I'm gonna wait a while. Third of all... I think I see what's gonna go wrong if I try to do this. I'm gonna pull out that flying snake, but not yet. Yeah, okay. I don't know what the timing should be. I need the snake to collide with the slug? So a lot earlier than this, maybe nowish. So I can turn the flying snake. Oh, I killed the slug, that's a problem. Let's go a little earlier than that. Maybe that's the reason this won't work out, because that timing would line up. So flying snake goes all the way south. No, I need much later. Alright, let's try slug not resting in line with bomb bug. See how that works. 1 too early, 2 too early maybe. Let's try waiting 2 more. So not resting in line with angry eye. Okay, great. Let's see, can I keep these 2 together? Because of move order, it looks like I can. Now I need Angry Eye to prime. Slug has been sacrificed, Bomb Bug has moved forward. I think the issue I have here is I can't get the Flying Snake onto the altar anymore. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I could meet those requirements, right? Bomb Bug I could do. Flying Snake I could not, yeah, so since I have to do things in this sort of order. Alright, that's 3 out of 4, but the Flying Snake ended up being the problem on that route. Okay, so anyway, let's just go ahead and go straight to the solution I know already. Well, let's not do quite that. Let's see what it takes to resolve the Flying Snake. Basically, I need to be 1 step to its north or south at a time when it's crossing vertically over the sacrifice altar. Or it needs to be moving horizontally in this row, and I can just step out of its way. The first one of those is easier to do, I happen to know. Is that true? Couldn't I just... Isn't this a lot easier if I just, like, bring you up here? So Bomb Bug gets out, does this. Flying Snake gets out, and... I see a few problems with this. They might be solvable. So I don't want the Bomb Bug too far west because I can't move it east, and it needs to both block the slug later because the Flying Snake won't be around for that. And also needs to get on the altar itself. And also needs to be used for the statue, too. But let's see, if I do this, and then no matter what I do, the snake will get sacrificed because I have to spend a turn here and it gets beamed. Okay, so I think that's the reason I can't approach from there. If I just did this similarly but farther to the west... Let's see what that would look like. I think it would look like Bombug goes too far before I get to do anything useful with it. Is this right? I think you'd have to actually be all the way over there. That's the best I could do, right? Oh, I can line up this shot. Okay, but the problem now becomes that the Bombug cannot help with the slug, because the slug will hit it one to the west of where it is, and you're too far west. And you had to be that far west for the flying snake. So that kind of almost works, but it's a little short of a full solution. Is there anything else I could do with the slug to... Wait, yeah. Couldn't I just turn it this way? Wait, yeah. Won't this work? Right, why go all the way around when you can take a shorter path? Ah, no, that's a simpler way. Okay, I think I discovered a new solution, because I'm not seeing any downstream problems from here. So that's good. Bombug goes here. Faces that way is good. Statue comes on the scene. And I go exactly like this. Ah, the problem is the statue clogs up the thing because it goes in line with the Bombug and it's too far west. Okay, so almost. Real close. That doesn't quite work. Okay, so the way that I do this room is first I release the Bombug. Then I put it in the way of the flying snake. Then I open up the flying snake's thing so that I'm ready to move it as soon as I'm moving the Bombug. So that will be interacted with just by my own position. Then I release the slug, so 3 at once. The way I'm going to deal with the flying snake is to release the Bombug gate right about now-ish, probably. So Bombug advances several tiles, about to there. Flying snake bounces off of it and goes north. Gets where the slug is. And with specifically this movement, the slug is about to move, the flying snake will follow it, because it's later in the turn order. It's placed south of where the slug starts. I am to the south, the flying snake is 1 to the north of me, and it's about to hit an obstacle to its west, so it'll turn south on the next turn. I keep going south. Bombug went to a good spot and didn't get in the way, so you are in exactly the right place where if I keep going south, you will get shot by the laser. So that's that done. Now Slug comes down, I have a little bit of a race to get the Bombug into a good spot to bop it. Slug is the easiest target to hit, so I can just do that. Then Bombug comes back up and acts as a stop for the statue. Now, if the Bombug happens to be facing to the west, this works just as well. I can either face it to the south and get it to hold still. I guess I'd probably move it west 1 before that, but I can leave it where it is. And using move order, because the Bombug moves before the statue, I can arrange things like this. So on the turn that I step north, the Bombug will first step west, then the statue will have a diagonal obstacle in the way of where it wants to go. It'll choose the way that gets it closer to Leaf, so it'll step west and get shot. And there we go. That's how to solve that. Yeah, that's why this is the boss fight. It might not look too complicated, but like the actual problem to solve turns out to be very intricate. So that was the last room in this section, and we can see that there's another section connecting up to it. Stars apart, we can see that's a star key. There's one, we need a second one, and it's over there. So convenient waypoint to get back. So next time we're going to go through this little secret passage and into the other tower basement. I'll see you then.